Yeah, that works.
Sunday, man.
That's so goofy.
We've got a game 7 in the NBA.
Shut down on me mid-broadcast yesterday.
It's wild to think about. And
Hey guys, good morning. We're a little
Sunday
early
games.
this morning because I had to test out the system, see if
by
it
my
works.
math, and this could be wrong. By my math, it's 105
So
games
it's just gonna be us getting ready here.
for
Good morning.
Oklahoma City. Okay, and they're gonna host the final game of the season, hell or high water.
It's Flex day,
And I think 105 games is right.
so that means I'm giving away some Flex stuff. How about that?
All that 105 games.
You can come out to the station and pick stuff up. You're gonna have a good time.
You know, yeah. It's a wild thing, and the energy and the psychology. Even though you try to keep it the same,
So
just do what you do, man. That pressure.
make sure in that second hour you play Gearhead.
Because
always in that
you may
rejoin play Gearhead.
Okay.
Right. Even though they're so young and so incredibly talented.
Well, there's my fishing license for the year. I ain't gonna use that again.
I mean, it's hard to get back there. Yep. And I did read that 15 of the last 19 game 7s were won by home teams. So you would assume that bodes well for OKC, and they've already
Morning, Steven.
in this playoffs won a game 7.
That's all right, buddy. It's all right. Hey, you can go back and watch the replay on YouTube. It's all right. Or Facebook later. You're good. Have fun moving. Be safe.
It'll be really interesting to see what
you're going to want to watch. It's a good show.
Really 100%.
I'll tell you, you didn't win the you weren't the listener of the week. If you're curious. Just so you know. I'm rooting for you.
Watch that too, and I was just thinking about it last night. Like all of that work comes down to this. It's what they'll tell you. It's what you live for. You live for that stage, and
it's nice that people let me know that they're not watching. Isn't that nice?
Factor shifts a little bit.
Yeah, I like Steven. He's a good guy.
I mean, again, going back to that College World Series game on Wednesday night with Arkansas and LSU, the pucker factor was real, and you could feel it in the stadium. You could feel it. You could see it on the faces of even the fans in the stadium, let alone the kids on the field, and it is real. And I love that question to Halliburton the other day about, and the reporter framed it.
Are you doing okay?
And said, "Listen, this is the postseason.
Oh.
Would you even be playing right now if it was a regular season?" And Halliburton was just like, "Well, it isn't the regular season."
Okay, all right. I was just checking on you.
You're exactly right, and it's interesting.
Morning, Richard. Morning, Rick.
Biggest deal possible for these guys because
look at this.
I feel like they're mindful of what
Vortex sent me these,
which is not typical of when you're 25, 26 years old.
Sometimes I miss wearing contacts. Sometimes I don't. When it's cold, I miss it.
It's like, well, it's okay. I'll be back. Never got back.
Oh, those are cool.
Oh man,
for more than a decade and a half of trying.
What's the brick?
And so you just
they make their own.
Yeah, it's Vortex. We'll give these away on the show today too.
It doesn't seem to be a problem with this group.
It's
because I can't wear them. I got to get rid of some of my stuff. I got too much clutter.
Because they're in this moment. But one injury, one shocking trade out of nowhere, Luka Doncic, that could change dramatically and in an instant. So all you have is right now, because it is so hard to get back there.
So we got the live stream on the Outdoor Call Radio Facebook page. Last week it wouldn't let me do it, so that's why we're on a little early today. I had to do a test.
He said, "I've dreamed about it my whole life."
It makes no sense.
And sure,
it really doesn't. It just makes no sense whatsoever.
And so
I don't get it.
And it is exciting for both franchises, for both cities, for both fan bases.
I found I found that Outdoor Call Radio shirt Boy Creative made. Did you get one of these?
A lot of pucker.
You didn't get them?
Well, it was interesting because
you didn't like me enough back then.
Well, the listeners, we gave them away that quick. They went quick. I was gonna say, man, Andrew made a good shirt, man. Look at that. It's got the bow with the deer and the turkeys. We're gonna get more of these made for the Deer Classic next year.
About the pressure of being one of the guys who's the face of the program he grew up with, playing for national.
It's just us getting ready until 8 or 7, guys. Sorry, I had to do a test.
Championship. They got a chance to be in, 8th championship. Got a chance to be in an argument of time. And he got asked about that, and then what he said was, he goes, "When you're a kid in the backyard and you're just playing baseball,
Morning, Skip.
because you're not dreaming of playing in an empty stadium." And I thought it was a great point. He said, "So I'm expecting the full." Sam, what you got some perspective here?
I do. I actually saw something on Sports, and I don't remember the exact number of
What?
games, but this is 100%
I had to change my
factual.
password on my phone last night, and for some reason my phone canceled out. So I had to spend an hour on Apple last night getting my phone back up to get all my stuff, passwords changed and all that. What a pain in the butt. But I will say this. I love Apple for the fact that people are always nice and you can understand them. And they got everything, because I was freaking out, because if I wouldn't have got all that changed, I wouldn't have been able to get into my laptop this morning or my desktop. So
you're right, Marty. This is what you dreamed of.
I was freaking out.
And so, what I wonder is, everybody talks a big game about them focused on whatever, but they all watch Sports Center. You think they saw that stat? Mm-hmm. They're like, wait a minute. That's fascinating. The psychology of it's fascinating to me. We should ask Kevin Stahl about that when he joins us in an hour. How does he handle that as a coach? How did he handle it as a player? Marty McGee.
Hey, it's your resident Super Bowl champ, Chris Candy. Coming on Monday, we got NBA Finals, Game 7, trade rumors, and Major League Baseball, and I'll react to it all in my Upon Further Review at 7 a.m. Eastern. It's Unsportsmanlike, weekday mornings at 6, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
Shopping with your parents can be noisy.
Why would they sell jeans with holes in them? I'm going to speak to the manager.
Mom!
That hoodie is giving. You should get it. YOLO.
Thanks to the Chase mobile app, your kid can shop independently while you keep an eye on their spending. So you can go from...
We can be twinsies.
To...
How was shopping? Saw you stayed on budget.
Thanks, Mom. Freedom for kids, control for parents. That's family banking from Chase.
Account subject to approval. Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. Member FDIC. Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection.
Hey guys, I just had somebody send me a screenshot.
Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB. So call 494-6139. U.S. Tax
If you're wanting to do the app, the contests and stuff, you actually have to go to the app right there, to that app right there. That's what you need me send me screenshots of right there. Not the live streams, the app.
Real contender. Rookie contracts are easy. The last CBA made it easy. I mean, it's like putting cookies in the oven.
Somebody said, I don't understand how. I don't know how else I've explained that thing 50 million times. Just go to the app store, open the app, and send a screenshot. I don't know how else to say it.
I look at Giannis and I say, has he done everything in his power to try to win another title?
Morning, John.
That guy does not.
She's home, buddy. Thank you.
I look at this Giannis Bucks situation and say it's underachieving, considering I feel like there's been max effort from player and organization to try to get a second one. It just hasn't worked.
Unsportsmanlike. Weekday morning starting at 6 Eastern on ESPN Radio and on ESPN2.
1 minute out.
This is Freddie and Harry on ESPN.
Had to come on early to test the, make sure this was working this morning.
They're going to have the most precious last scrutiny in the NBA this offseason going into next year. This is what happens when you have
look
that
at
kind of coaching service.
Gotta say thanks again for joining.
Tom Thibodeau, we got you to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah,
You're going to run it back with this squad with a different head coach. A lot of people look at you and say, y'all better not fail.
Check out more from Freddie and Harry weekdays at 3 Eastern.
We're going to get set. The intro the show. So probably about a minute.
This
and
is the
right
NBA
that,
Finals.
You're going to be right up on the basketball. So we are going to rock you right away. I will put you on a quick hold. You'll be able to hear everything in the background. And that's when I
return to OKC for Game 7. We got a Game 7.
I'm not hanging up with this one.
Coverage of Game 7 begins tomorrow at 7 Eastern, with tip-off at 8 Eastern on ESPN Radio and on ABC. Presented by Indeed. KRNT Des Moines is 102.1 FM and 1350 ESPN, Des Moines sports leader. A Des Moines Media Group station. This is Sports Center. The following show, 102.1 FM,
I don't know.
1350 ESPN Des Moines, is paid for by Outdoor Tradition TV LLC.
Morning, Scotty. Good morning, Richard. Tony.
Michael's ready to.
Good Saturday morning all across the good old US of A. Welcome to this week's edition of the Outdoor Call with Outdoors Dan on this beautiful June 22nd, 21st? 21st. Let's just get it going, man. Fantasy football season is fast approaching. 54 days until we draft everybody. 54 days till Andrew Brown once again goes down in the rankings.
You know what? Haters are going to hate. Haters gonna hate.
Show's brought to you in part by our good friends out of Three Rivers Boat and RV Storage in Carlisle. $60 a month gets you 1 month free. When you pay for a year, you get a 12x50 assigned spot, security gates 24/7. I keep my trailer, my Polaris down there sometimes. Tracy, Dick, Danielle, they'll take great care of you. 515-822-1362. It's your one-stop storage spot, and super nice people. Got a full show for you today. We got Taylor Michales up from Jason Mitchell Outdoors. Jake Jacobson from Victory Drive will be on at 8 o'clock. I don't know if Smelter's going to be on today or not. I thought he saw an anniversary or something, so I don't know if he's on there. In between there, we got stuff to give away. We're going to have a Flex Fletch Day today. That means when I prompt you to call 515-244-1350, we're going to give away a pack of Lit Knox and a pack of vanes. These are the vanes I use to get you shooting out there in the outdoors. Plus the grand prize today is a brand new pair of Vortex sunglasses. Look at that. They sent me some sunglasses, and I can't wear them because I got to wear regular glasses. So, and if I was nice, I would have gave them to Andrew, but
if you were nice,
I do enough for Andrew.
If you were nice.
All right. Hey, Jenny said to tell everybody thank you this morning. She was so very happy for everybody's prayers. Jenny got home on Wednesday afternoon, so I've been cooking her dinner and making sure she's getting some rest, and she's been a really good trooper. She after what she's been through the last week, she's handling it really well, and Raven is so glad his mom's home. So thank you. Jenny wanted me to tell everybody thank you for all the prayers and support. She really appreciates it. So, and so do I. All right, let's head over to the phones, and we'll talk to a fine feller, Mr. Taylor Michales, this morning from Jason Mitchell Outdoors Television. What's up, buddy?
Hey, man. Good morning. Thanks for having me on.
You're good, man. I was up in your neck of the woods just smoking some walleyes a couple weeks ago.
Oh, yeah? Where were you?
I was up on Winnie, caught some really nice ones on Winnie, and then we went up to Red Lake and tore them up there, man.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I probably caught, in 3 days, we probably caught over 160 walleyes.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good time of year.
Yeah, it was good. Are you in Minnesota or Wisconsin? Where are you at?
Well, I live in North Dakota.
North Dakota.
I grew up in Minnesota, and that's actually where I'm sitting right now. We're just having a little family get-together. So I'm back in the homelands here. But I grew up around Pelican Rapids, Minnesota. It's like in the Detroit Lakes area, Otter Tail County, kind of famous lakes area of Minnesota. So a lot of fishing going on here. But we actually have a family, kind of a hunting property that's up like 5 minutes from the boat landing on Winnie. So, I mean, when you start talking Winnie, that's like, I feel like that's like my second home growing up too.
And I haven't been invited?
Well, I'm not going to say the hunting is all necessarily that good. It's a work in progress. But,
yeah. You got tons of turkeys up there, man.
Right around the home farm here, around in the lakes area. Yeah, that's we're kind of a part of that crowd that has seen, the last 20 years or so, kind of seen how we went from no turkeys and kind of that whole reintroduction and all that. So yeah, now we're kind of, I guess some people would maybe say we're lousy with them. You know, we don't turn anybody down on the home farm here. If somebody stops and asks permission, you know, it's a go for it deal, but we kind of almost giggle sometimes. You know, probably the best place to set a decoy is in the apple orchard in the front yard, and you know, you could sit your back to the side of the house. You know, they kind of come right through the yard sometimes.
Oh yeah, yeah. They're crazy. I'll just never get over. If someone would have told me 30 years ago that there was going to be a great wild turkey population in northern Minnesota, I would have just laughed at them. With all the winters that you guys have and everything, but man, they're thriving up there, Taylor.
They're a hardy animal. You
Yeah.
know, this is probably non-scientifically proved or anything like that. But I guess when I got more serious in the outdoors with hunting, you know, even just across, you know, I do a lot of work out west. You know, where there's a lot of turkey populations building out there. I've always considered them kind of an indicator species too. Like wherever you see turkeys doing really well, usually it's just a good sign.
Yeah.
It's just a good sign of habitat. That means the action is happening there.
Yeah. Good morning, Loverdowski in Pennsylvania. Hank in Iowa. Good morning, Pete in Iowa. Good morning, Rick in Missouri or Iowa, wherever you're at. Jeff in New York. Good to see you this morning. Thank you, everybody. Well, I love to have you guys on, and I want to thank you. You guys are such a big part of the Outdoor Call Radio Network. Tuesdays are all fishing days. We have Jason Mitchell Outdoors Television. We have the fine folks at the Crappie Connection, and we also have Tackle Talk Radio. And Taylor, we love your shows. When I upload them onto the servers, I always enjoy listening to them, and you guys do such a great job. So we're very grateful for you guys being on part of the network.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, it's you know, after a few years of doing this, it's kind of yeah, it's been very enjoyable.
Yeah. Well, you do a good job. You can tell you have fun doing it. And I love how we go through the seasons with you on the show. We'll go from ice fishing to spring fishing to summer fishing, get back to ice fishing, and some little bit of a fall bite in between there. And I like following that with you guys on the programs.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, just from a content perspective, you know, you'll kind of see that as you know, the timeliness, you know, kind of staying with the seasons is kind of, you know, it's important to kind of stay relevant, but also too, it's, you know, I guess that's what the people want at the time. And if we can do it like that, you know, that's kind of by design, right? So it's, if you can stay with the seasons, that's a pretty good program.
Yeah, I got a buddy of mine. If you're up by Winnie, do you ever go up by Fred's Bait up there in Deer River?
Okay.
Yeah, next time you're up that way, stop by there. That's where I always get my stuff for my walleye fishing. And he has the best shiners, leeches, and I'm just telling you, he's got what's called a rainbow mix. But those spot shiners, man, I just tell you what, the walleye chomp on them. So if you're up by the main landing on Winnie, if you get a chance, stop by Fred's Bait and Tackle.
Fred's Bait and Tackle, man. I'm with it.
Yeah, they'd love seeing you guys up there.
Yeah, you know, we have filmed on Winnie. Actually, you know, that's kind of a fun area where we've filmed shows up, you know, even on Winnie proper or just in the region, but done a lot of fun fishing up there too. You know, when I'm talking like work related, when our crew travels, it's you know, when you're buzzing through on Highway 2, you know, it's like that whole area, that whole stretch is just endless water. You know, you're not far from Leech Lake and all those capital fisheries that, you know, we can name names, but you know, there's so much small water up there too. That is a phenomenal area.
Yeah. Oh, it's amazing, man. I'm just telling you. It's grumpy old man central, I'm telling you.
Yeah. Yep. You see all kinds up there, man. You can have you know, go to the boat landing and you'll see a 22-foot glass boat, you know, that's decked out with all the latest and greatest electronics. And the next guy's waiting is a couple of retired guys in a 16-foot tiller that's almost as old as they are, you know.
Oh, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Gary and I were fishing on Red, and these two guys came by. No, I don't understand people sometimes, Taylor. We were on a shelf, and I had spot lock on, so we weren't moving. and we were catching fish. Every couple minutes we had a fish, and man, and we had people trolling through or where we were casting. We were doing a jig and a minnow, and I'd look at Gary and he'd look at me, and I mean, literally, I did one time. I threw my bait back out and I hit the guy's boat,
Oh yeah.
and I go, I guess that should tell you you're a little too close. You're going right through where I hate people with no manners,
Oh
and
yeah. It's a thing. I mean, there's kind of, once upon a time when everybody was doing the same thing.
yep.
Everybody was rigging a leech or, rigging live bait, and they were all going at the same pace. So you'd come up to a break line, you'd see a handful of boats on there, and all you had to do was kind of get in line and take your turn. But everybody was like a conveyor belt going through there. Now, with the advent of spot lock and forward sonar, and just we kind of have changed how we go about things, and it's probably been true since forever. I mean, because we always had anchors. Everybody's loved catching fish with a jig and a minnow their whole life, so there's probably always been a sampling of this. But now, with spot lock, it's so easy, and now you pull up to a spot, and you kind of see that there's a little bit of getting our wires crossed, but no doubt, man, whoever was sort of in that space first, the other guys, you got to kind of pick the right spot. If they're casting out the back of the boat, turn and kind of go around the front of the boat so you're not going through where they're casting or whatever. It's like,
Well, that's the proper etiquette. I mean,
yeah,
and listen, it's public water. It's just the ethical thing.
yeah,
And I had these other two guys came by, and I just looked at them because they were 10 feet off the starboard where Gary was catching a fish. And
yeah,
and the guy goes, "You got something to say?" I said, "Nope, because somebody like you, it just wouldn't do any good anyway."
yeah. That's a tough one. I mean,
Yeah.
there's plenty of fish out there. We talk on the show a lot, or I'm interviewing, people just to give a better perspective on how we can all find our own fish. That's what a lot of these top anglers, a lot of these tournament anglers. If you want to do good in a tournament, you got to find your own fish. Go off the beaten path, and it's like if you get into a spot that starts to turn into a community spot, even if you're the one that started it by waving your net around or whatever.
Well, that's
Um,
that's fine.
yeah,
Here's the thing, what they don't understand, some of these people were trolling, and they're trolling like 1, 2 miles an hour. They're trolling way too fast. That's why they're not catching anything. I mean, we're locked up, right? And we're jigging on the bottom, and then we got people that are drifting, same thing. They're drifting through, and every time they come by with their sonars and stuff, they're pinging they're blowing all the fish out. 'Cause I would watch them on the live scope in front of me. I had the live scope set out in front. Every time they come by, the fish would just dissipate, and then about 2 or 3 minutes later, they come back.
sure.
But people just don't understand. Sometimes you just need to anchor off or hit your spot lock, and just because them fish are constantly swimming, right, Taylor?
Yeah, I mean that's kind of a concept that you gotta embrace is that these fish are they're always moving around. So if you're gonna run traffic and put yourself in sort of a bottleneck area or something, which anybody that hunts deer understands that kind of language. And same thing in fishing. If you're gonna run traffic and just put yourself in a high traffic spot, we're learning. With electronics and whatever, we're just The fishing is evolving that you know, not driving the boat over the top of fish is a big deal.
Yep.
And even if you don't have your electronics on, I mean, just in clear water, it's a really big deal. But even in stained water, if it's shallow, if you're fishing less than 12 feet, you're definitely, you're definitely going to push fish off the spot by driving over them. So if you're driving the boat over them and your baits are dragging behind the boat, versus if you can spot lock just off the spot and pitch your jigs back into the spot and you kind of stay quiet, right? More hunting terminology. It's like, they're not going to know you're there. That spot's going to be more durable. You're just going to kind of have a day plucking them off one by one.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. So it's how we go about things now is a little bit more nuanced, and the spot lock feature is on these trolling motors nowadays is one of the greatest revelations in sport fishing as we know it, for sure.
Absolutely. And here's another tip too. If you're going to be using Panoptics or whatever kind of live scope, turn your main transducer off because you don't need it, and that's less clicking you got it going in the water. You're going to scare less fish. So.
Oh yeah. Big fish get really tuned into that.
Yeah.
Ice fishing is teaching us that a lot.
Yep.
But yeah, those transducers are super loud. They draw a lot of power, and you can shut those. It draws less power too. There's a whole efficiency with it. If you just take the extra second, like if you're using your side scan and your 2D and all that to find your spot, you're kind of trolling around. You're looking for signs of life. But when you decide to hit spot lock and get up on the bow and start casting, maybe you're going to use forward sonar up there. Excuse me. Just a couple buttons on your console. You turn that deucer off in the back. It saves power, but better yet, it makes a lot less noise under the water.
Yeah, you just go in there and hit transducer off. It's super easy, and you can still put a waypoint in there if you need to. I mean, because you can leave your electronic on.
But, yeah, your mapping. Yeah, your GPS doesn't shut off.
Yeah, you can still mark a spot and keep your numbers. And I picked that tip up, and it worked. That's why I think we caught so many fish, Taylor. I picked that listening to you guys, and I said I'm going to try that when I get back up there, and it worked. So it did. Yeah. Hey, 616 and some change. Loverdowski Jr. in Pennsylvania. Good to see you. Jeff says Tuesday is my favorite day on the network. Besides his show, all the shows are great. Fishing Dave, good morning, Dave. Tony, good morning. Corey Bangs, good morning. Roger in New York, good morning. We're all over the place, all over the country. Taylor, hang on. I got to take a real quick break. We'll pick this up, and we're going to talk a little North Dakota fishing when we come back on 1350 ESPN.
Taping your own hunts is an exciting way to capture the moment. Fourth Arrow camera arms can help you.
If I had an M80 with me, it would have got real interesting. I hate rude people, man.
Their patented shoulder system is also very adaptable to any tree or ground blind setup.
Yeah.
Pieces are affordable and easy to set up for various wind directions. Multiple camera arms are available, including the Stiff Arm Pro, and Stiff Arm Elite. They're made of.
What's everybody doing today?
Or carbon, depending on what you choose.
Morning, Dirt.
Blind hunters, there's the tripod and monopod options. They're quiet.
We got Flex stuff to give away, Dirt.
All models can handle consumer.
Got some lit knocks, some veins. Get people shooting.
Custom pick your setups with Fourth Arrow camera arms. If you're looking to tape your hunts this season, check out fourtharrowcameraarms.com. Outdoors Dan approved for the field for great video action.
In these times when a lot of us are working from home, it's even more important to make sure your home is the right temperature and comfortable. Now is a great time to call the experts at Wyckoff Heating and Cooling at 287-6000 to schedule a check on your current heating and cooling systems. Is your house too dry and giving your family issues? A Honeywell dehumidifier system installed with your AC heating system can solve that issue right away. Wyckoff Heating and Cooling is a family-owned and operated business that has been serving Iowa residents
there you go, Dirt.
for over 70 years. They offer 24-hour service and programs like the Peace of Mind Plan for less than $15 a month. So if you want more time on the water or in the woods,
hey, will you ask Taylor if he could load some more shows in a couple days? Tell him we got 2 shows left.
One call to
unplayed shows.
Cooling will bring you peace of mind under your roof
Rick,
every day.
Rick says hi, Andrew.
Hi, Rick.
He said hi, Rick.
Going fishing is something we look forward to all week. We all want to be better at it and use the best gear available. Gear that will help us feel the bite better and give superb casting performance. Well, when it comes to sensitivity and longer casts, Trika has people talking. Trika rods are scientifically proven to be more sensitive with their unique weave design, as much as 2 times as sensitive as other costly rod brands. Trika casting performance.
Yeah.
Give you up to 26% longer cast.
Creek Crashers, I like that, Chris.
Trika knows you work hard for your money, and they want to give you a rod that will cast longer and let you feel the bite better without putting the bite on your wallet. Trika rods are significantly less than other high-end rods available. They offer a 1-year, no questions asked guarantee. Trika rods can be returned for any reason up to 1 year after purchasing. They also come with a limited lifetime warranty. If you want to see what has anglers talking, go check out Trika rods at trika.com. That's TRIKA.com.
You can't race out fast enough.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
is the one. Lots of flavor, lots of goodness, thick and rich, lots of fun. Hey, America, when you
I got the whole speed and do a little like ballpark food segment with him.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
Like maybe like when he comes to Bondurant, they'll stop by the Red Wagon and stuff like that.
over at Speed's Golf Cars.
Good.
Located
Like, that's really cool, Speed. Thanks. Yeah, no problem.
nice selection of new and used
I can't believe he's 87.
nice selection.
And I can't believe I looked at his schedule and I go, whoa, he's not home for.
He's never home. He's always on the road. I told him if I'm as half as active as you are at your age, I'll be very happy.
Your golf cart.
Be lucky.
Yeah.
Check out our website for a complete inventory at speedsgolfcars.com.
Strings and cables make or break your bow setup. You want a string and cable that does not stretch and is reliable, so when your bow is tuned, it stays that way. You need gas bow strings. They're stable, consistent, and reliable strings and cables that come with a 1-year warranty. Gas bow strings, made in Clay City, Kentucky, and family operated. So next time you order a new bow or replace your,
Do you have that sledgehammer thing handy?
shoot with confidence. Check them out at your local dealer or online at gasbowstrings.com.
You gotta dip your chicken strips. Hey, this is Kiani.
And this is Tabitha.
And a little thing we love about Chick-fil-A chicken strips
is all the different sauces we can dip them in. I like to line up all my favorite sauces so that in every bite I have a different flavor. Then with the tenderness of the chicken, the juiciness of it, it's all there.
And for me, I like to mix my sauces so I get a little tang and I get a little sweetness all in one bite.
That's what makes it for me. Like, that's what does it for me.
That's what I'm saying.
It's the summer of Chick-fil-A
Just play
chicken
like
strips
5
and
seconds
sauces.
of it.
Order now on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
At American Family Life Insurance, we know that protecting your family's financial future is a priority, and life insurance is an easy way to help make that happen. You'll feel good knowing you've taken steps to protect what matters most if you were to pass away. Plus, life insurance is often more affordable than you think. Let's talk about options that fit you. Contact Darren Islander, agent at 515-964-7575 today.
American Family
Don't worry about it. Don't worry
American
about it.
Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
Outdoors Dan here. Do you have people coming up on your port on your starboard? Or are they on the bow where you can't even cast? Well, don't worry about it. We've got a brand new product just for you. It's called the Sledgehammer. That's right. We got 20,000 pounds of M80s. You just light them and throw them in the water. I guarantee you they won't be in a casting distance very long. That's right. The Sledgehammer, available at outdoorsdan.com. Now back to regular scheduled programming. Taylor, how's the fishing up there in North Dakota? I mean, are you telling people that it's okay, or are you kind of just keeping that on the lowdown, or I mean, what are you thinking?
Oh man, yeah, no, the fishing is really good. Anybody that's ever been out, to the Dakotas at all, but North Dakota, we're proud of our fishing in this time of year, especially our walleye fishing. Whether you're targeting fish, the smaller, the kind of the pothole region, the smaller lakes that are spread across kind of central and eastern North Dakota. That's a big hit for everybody. But also our capital fisheries like Devil's Lake, Lake Sakakawea, and the Missouri River going down into Lake Oahe and then down into South Dakota. I mean, they're all just, performing really well, but every year is different. We kind of got to harp on sort of the current conditions because, conditions right now compared to last year at this time, the year before at this time, we're kind of seasonally, we're always a little bit different. So there's a few hot topics for being successful, this year, but ultimately just overall big picture of the fishing is, as good as it could be.
How's Jason staying busy guiding?
Well, he doesn't really guide anymore. He gave up the guide business when the television and all the content stuff got super, super busy. And so, that's always been a sore subject because that was his first love in the industry. I think someday he'll probably retire from all this and just go back to guiding. But now, we play tour guide. We still go fishing with a lot of people, but as far as the guide business itself, not so much.
I've been doing TV shows for 24 years, and people I don't think they understand how much work it really is.
Oh man, yeah.
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 Kind of crazy. I went when I was in Pennsylvania a few weeks ago. That state's got my number on turkeys, man. I was going for my 100th turkey with a bow, and I had one come in at 8 yards, and he turned on me just as I shot, and I went down his right side, and that was the only time I could get in like 5 6 days of hunting. So the last 2 days, I took my 410 out, and I didn't even take my camera with me. I said, I'm just gonna go hunt, and
Oh, man.
I gotta tell you, Taylor, it was kind of nice.
Pretty satisfying. Oh, I hear that big time, man. Like whether it's fishing or hunting, every once in a while you just gotta kind of down and just kind of get a little revenge, get back at them, or sometimes it's more of just a relaxing thing, but oftentimes it's almost like it's a revenge tour when you just put the cameras down and just try to get after them.
Yeah, I still didn't do any good. They still kicked my butt, but at least I didn't have to carry all that camera gear with me.
Right on.
Yeah. Well, buddy, it's always fun talking with you. I wish I get to chat with you more. I mean, I know you're busy and we're all trying to just keep things running. But we're very, very grateful. Tell Jason and all the crew that we just appreciate all of you very much, and we're very humbled and honored to have you on the network every Tuesday. We appreciate you so much.
Oh man, no, I appreciate that, and yeah, it's always good to chat for sure. And you know what? Even if we don't answer, if you're ever out on the water and you got a few questions or want to send some pictures, just send them on over, and we'll get back to you whenever we can. But you know how it is when you're out there; it tends to be a grind, and the days kind of just run away sometimes.
Oh, I get it. If people want more information about JMO, what's the best thing for them to do?
Head over to for the digital content, the YouTube page, Jason Mitchell Outdoors, on YouTube, the socials, Jason Mitchell Outdoors, and then we've got the podcast, the JMO podcast. You can find that anywhere you get a podcast, and yeah, I mean we've got a couple of websites, but you know what? If you're into walleye fishing or just fishing, anywhere in the Midwest, if you're doing a little bit of a Google search or something like that, usually will come up. And but yeah, whether it's us or anybody, if you're into fishing and you're into the information, there's just so much out there. So get after it.
I actually caught a sheep's head. I caught 2 or 3 of them on this last trip up on Red. I've never caught one of them freshwater. And I know there's a sheep's head in the ocean. It's not the same fish.
No,
But
they're related. They're related, but yeah, the drum. Yeah, there's well, I think it's almost like there's more drum. I think in saltwater. That's why they call this one the freshwater drum.
Mhm.
And then we call them sheephead or whatever. Yeah.
Boy, they fight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The way they're built, they're kind of built. They're real front heavy. They got that. It's like they got them big old tall forehead. It bleeds right into their shoulders. They ain't got no neck on them.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're just built full of muscle. Now they're a rough fish, so they're kind of looked down upon, I think, by most people especially people that are targeting, walleyes. But a lot of people say they eat them. I think, more specifically, like the eater size, like a smaller fish, maybe like a 1.5 to 2.5 pounder. I don't think anybody cares to eat the big old ones, but so I've never done it myself. But some people say they're decent table fare, and maybe we ought to take a second look at them goofy looking things.
Yeah. Well, I know the ocean sheep's heads they're very good eating. So
Yeah.
But like I said, I didn't know if that was the same subspecies or what. But yeah, and the small ones are great to eat. Scotty in Oklahoma says he eats them. He says they're really good.
Yeah. I've heard people that I respect a lot have said that they don't taste too bad. And yeah, I find myself now, I've still yet to kind of target one or throw one in the live well myself, but I'm kind of in that season of my life where I like to be a little adventurous and see what else is out there. And I think maybe we've been overlooking the drum for all these years.
Yeah, there you go. Taylor, go have fun at your family event. We'll talk to you soon. If you need something, please let me know.
All right, man. I appreciate it, Dan. And yep, regards to everybody, and thanks to anybody for listening.
All right, buddy. Talk to you soon. Be safe.
Later.
Taylor Michales, everybody. Good fine feller right there. I love their show on Tuesdays, man. It's just a good program. They do a great job. So 729. Wow, 729. Jeff, good morning. Hoyt, good morning. Rick, good morning. So I tell you what we're gonna do. I'm gonna give away. I've got. We told everybody we're gonna do a Flex Fletch Day. So I've got a pack of vanes and I've got a pack of lit knocks. This is what I use when I shoot, and you're gonna love them. You can just tell Andrew. You can either have. I got Silent Nights, which these are great for hunting. And I got pink because you can pink. You can always find your arrows. Now I also got some SK2s. If you like a blazer style vane, these SK2s are right down your alley. And what's the other one? So I got a couple packs of Silent Nights. I got blaze orange or pink. Just tell Andrew which one you want. And then I'll throw in a pack of Knox in there too. Just call 244-1350, 244-1350. Just as long as you can come and pick them up, okay? So, because I when we give them away on the show, I can't mail them. Just call the show. Just say Flex Fletch. It's all you got to do. I'll just take the first person that says Flex Fletch, and we'll get you hooked up. Yeah, Andrew.
Coming on.
Oh, they can come on if they want. Yeah. If you're just joining the show, Jen said to tell everybody thank you for all the prayers. She was very, very appreciative of that, and she wanted you to know she was very grateful. So I told her I would tell everybody for her. So there you go. Rocks caught a giant drum at Lake of the Ozarks a couple weeks ago. Had a really good fight with it. I'm telling you what, they fight. I mean, I thought I had a really big walleye on, and it was a big sheep's head. So I go, Gary, what is that? He goes, that's a sheep's head. Don't you know what a sheep's head is? I have no idea what that fish is. I go, you guys got all these nuclear fish up here.
Nuclear fish.
But boy, yeah. I mean, that old trika, man, it was bending. They took it on her. 515-244-1350 if you want you want some vanes and a lit knock. These lit knocks are awesome. You can go to flexfletch.com. I got over 90 hours of burn time on these knocks, and what's really cool about them, there's a little black slider on here. So when you shoot and your knock is lit, to turn it off, you just take your thumb and slide the button up. It's super easy. I love these knocks. That's why I shoot them. So 244-1350. All you got to do is say, "Hey Andrew, Flex Fletch." That's all you got to do. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
What's your name?
Hi, this is Dr.
What's
Don
your
Gilbert
name?
from New Life.
What's your name?
With offices in West Des Moines and Ankeny, Iowa.
I can't remember what the original names were.
I see it every day.
Tony.
With relationship issues, parenting struggles,
What's your name?
anxiety, depression, or folks
Elliot.
for a new direction.
It's not Elliot. Tony and I can't remember.
Struggling and are looking for someone to help you find answers to a better relationship, a marriage, or just helping with everyday stress, please consider calling me live. We offer a family-friendly, straightforward approach to helping you to get through the layers of stress that can be harmful to your health, relationships, and your work. The staff at New Life offer one-on-one sessions that get right to the heart of the matter. We work with you so you can discover better choices on how to handle the issues you might be dealing with in your life. When you're looking for someone to listen to you, we're here. Please consider calling us for a confidential appointment at New Life, 515-225-4006 in West Des Moines, or 964-5003 in Ankeny. Also find us 24/7 at newlifecounseling.com. We are here to help you when you need us.
If you're into cooking wild
You're
game,
humming the
grilling,
Beatles
you
for.
probably love to transform your wild game into delicious meals or great tasting snacks. High Mountain Seasonings has everything you need to help you make some of the best tasting sausage, snack sticks, or jerky.
I about walked out in a yellow submarine myself. I mean, geez, like everything he played over the internet.
3 new low sodium blends that will produce wild game snacks your family will love. High Mountain Seasonings
Oh my God, stuck with Beatles in my head.
Favorite meats taste even better with their specialty spices.
My rod is out of my tackle box, and I got a crank pot going down the water, and the fish are biting. Good to see. Got to be a walleye just made for me. Fish together. Come on, angle away.
to make your game or favorite grilling mates taste great.
Hey, are you in the market for a new RV this year? Here's a place to help you start looking for that new travel partner
You got any
for your
calls
next
yet?
vacation or outdoor adventure.
That's
Head on over
crazy.
to the friendly folks at Imperial RV Center in Ankeny. Imperial RV has been serving Iowa camping enthusiasts for 50 years. They carry pull-behind or fifth-wheel RVs from Sprinter, Hideout, Passport, and Alpine. They now carry SMC horse trailers that have built-in living quarters for rodeo and horse lovers. Imperial RV also features a full-service center ready for any repair that your RV might have. Imperial RV can finance its type to help you with all your financing needs. They also have a full-service
Boy, it's gonna be hot
parts
today.
department for
It's gonna be
anything you
hot
might
rest of
need
the
to
week.
keep your camper going. They're open Monday through Saturday, located at 1727 South Ankeny Boulevard in Ankeny, Iowa. Please call them at 515-964-1424 or check them out online at ImperialRVCenter.com. That's ImperialRVCenter.com. Imperial RV Center in Ankeny, making memories to last a lifetime.
In the mood for a great family treat or a special gift idea? Pop on over to the Lotta Pop store located at...
Yeah, we're gonna do a live show at Lotta Pop in December.
That's where you'll
Again.
find over 30 fresh flavors of the most delicious Iowa-grown popcorn.
I talked to Arlie. I got to get some gift certificates. We're going to have some gift cards to Lotta Pop here. I'll pick them up next week.
Cheddar cheese,
Little popcorn for the summer, for your summer movies.
You'll find something for everyone at Lotta Pop in Ankeny. Arlie
It's a hot time for the fall season. Too hot for the fall season.
Everything you'll need from ready
Morning, Michael.
to all the fixings.
Morning, Matt. Morning, Dale.
Everyone loves popcorn, especially when
Too hot time for the fall season. I don't know what that means, Richard. What's that mean, Richard?
Pop to perfection. Lotta Pop can help with any special occasion, corporate events, and special fundraising.
Too hot time for the fall season.
262-3243 or go online at lottapop.com. Lotta Pop, great tasting popcorn.
I'm trying to articulate his thought.
So little hazy. Big Buck has eluded you for seasons. You see his scrape line, but just can't figure him out.
Richard, put the fishing rod down and type it right.
And target that buck that haunts you. Pure Whitetail has some of the best deer sensors.
Too hot to fish, isn't it?
Scrape lines are held mock scrapes.
You know it's pathetic when it's too hot to fish.
Natural and synthetic products.
I'm ready for cooler weather. Hate this heat.
Fixation and Power Shot, to name a few.
I'm with you, bro. I'm ready for October.
Branches or scrapes.
Right now?
I'm ready, bro.
It's a proven scent that bucks can't resist. Pure Whitetail is more than scents. It's a community of hunters that are family. Just go to purewhitetail.com and check out all they have to offer.
Yeah,
Scents,
it's hot.
hunting gear, seed, grilling sauces, coffee, apparel, field staff opportunities, and family. Want to be more successful in the field? Go to purewhitetail.com or look them up on Facebook. If you love to hunt, join the Pure Whitetail family today.
This is the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
That's crazy, Scott. Yeah, happy anniversary to us. Coming up on our 4-year anniversary on the Outdoor Call Radio Network. That's right. If you have not downloaded the Outdoor Call Radio app on your phone's app store, you need to do it this week. And then starting Monday, you need to send me a screenshot of a show you're listening to on the app. Not on Facebook, not on the website, on the app. If you do that, I'm going to put you in the new listener folder. I think there's 10 or 12 people in there. Right now, there's 10 or 12 people that have just started listening, and they're going to have a chance at a $900 to $1,000 prize pack here in a couple months. And you can be in that folder too. All you got to do is download the app. It's free, and it's free to listen, and it's free to email me. And then here's the good news. Once you do that, you can keep emailing me Monday through Friday of a show you're listening to on the app. And then I'm going to put you in the secret listener contest that we're going to draw here in a minute. And I'm also going to give away another big prize pack to people that have been listening to us for the last 4 years. So we're going to say thank you to newbies, and we're going to say thank you to everybody that's been with us since we launched. So, and these prize packs include gear from Ozonics, DSD Decoys, Game High, Pure Whitetail, Rupert's Grunt, Rut and Peace Grunt Calls, Weeby Knives, Vortec Optics, Fourth Arrow Camera Arms, Work Sharp Sharpeners, Norlanda Socks, Itasca Boots, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So make sure if you haven't downloaded the Outdoor Call Radio app on your phone or your tablet, make sure you do it. It's the I don't know why you have to do it this way, but it's the space outdoor space call space. And by the time you get there, it should pop up. The Outdoor Call Radio app. That's what it is. So hopefully we get some more people coming in there. So happy anniversary to us. We're going to be doing a couple more mock scrape kits here in a week or two. I'm going to space those out a little bit. It's too hot to do that now. So hey, let's give some of these Flex Fletch stuffs away. 244-1350. 244-1350. You call Andrew right now. All you got to do is just say Flex Fletch. You don't even have to come on the radio. Just come on, and he will get you a pack of 3 knocks and a whole bag to do a dozen arrows of fletchings. If it was me, tell him you want the Silent Nights. That's what I shoot. You'll love them. So you will love them. Quieter than other veins. They last better. They're more, you shoot through an animal or a target, they they reshape themselves. You couldn't ask for a better vein. So there you go. Secret listener winner of the week is Russell Williams of Des Moines, Iowa. Speaking of secret listeners, Russell was listening, and he sent me an email on Tuesday and on Thursday, and he only entered twice, and he got himself a work sharpener. Russell Wilson of Des Moines. Congratulations, Russell. Woo! Congratulations. Got one of them electric sharpeners. $80 just for listening to the app.
That's what it's all about.
That's what I'm talking about. And then 30 days from now, he can win again. Woo. Yeah, that's awesome. Fishing reports. Let's see. Fishing reports brought to you by the fine folks at Trika Fishing, Fred's Live Bait in Deer River, Minnesota, Winnie Trading Post. And they've got fatheads, spot tails, rainbows, crappie minnows, leeches, and crawlers. Tell Sean or all the gang up there that you listen to the Outdoor Call Radio or Outdoors Dan sent you, please. Blackhawk Lake, crappie bites fair, gills are fair, walleye are fair, perch are slow. Brushy Creek. Morning, Larry. 97. Whew. 97 in Oklahoma. No, thank you. Brushy Creek, black crappie bites fair, bluegills are fair, largemouth bass are fair, walleye are fair. North Twin Lake, bullhead bites good, walleyes are fair, bass are fair. Lake Wapelou, gills are fair, bass are fair. Spinnerbaits and plastics among the cedar tree piles are the best for bass at Wapelou. Rathbun, black crappie bites fair, walleye are fair, wipers are fair. Red Hawk Lake, black crappie bite is fair. They're still getting them on small jigs on the shoreline around the jetties. Gills are fair, bass are good. Green Valley Lake, gills are fair, bass are fair. Little River Watershed, gills are fair. Largemouth bass is fair. 3 Mile, bass is fair. 12 Mile, gills are fair. There you go. There's your fishing report for the week at 7:42 and some change. All right, I'm going to give away Vortex. Speaking of Vortex, they sent me these really nice sunglasses. They're called Banshees. That's what they look like right there. And I can't wear them because I wear regular glasses, and otherwise I would keep these for myself. And if I was really nice, if I liked him, I'd give them to Andrew, but there you go.
Yeah, but we all know where that's going.
Yeah, we all know. I got to see how he's going to treat me in fantasy football.
Treat you?
Yeah, treat me on fantasy.
Treated you perfectly fine.
Yeah, he's messed me up on some trades the last couple of years.
Are you? What is this?
244-1350. 244-1350. If you want a pair of sunglasses from Vortex, light the phones up. And the trivia question is. The trivia question is, why are Trika fishing rods so good? Why are Trika fishing rods so good? It's got something to do with what they're made out of. If you know the answer to that, call Andrew, and we'll see if we can give these sunglasses away.
You want them on?
Yeah, then come on. Yeah.
All right.
So we'll see how that goes while we're doing that. So I was talking to Todd the Rupert at Rupert's Rut and Peace grunt calls, because he makes turkey calls too. Oh, he's got some. If you're going to be at the Iowa Deer Classic next year, you're going to want to save some money. He's got a new Green Reaper call coming out that you're going to want to get next year. I'm not going to spill the beans. Whenever we can get Todd on the show, I will tell you. I'll let him tell you. But you're going to want to save your shekels for one of those new Green Reapers. So you'll have the aluminum, and then you'll have the new material. But man, they're really nice. But Victor, let's go say hi to Victor. Good morning, Victor.
Good morning, Dan. How are you?
We're doing good, Victor. How's whiskey? Whiskey Victor Zebra. Yeah. Yeah. You got an answer? Why are Trica fishing rods so good?
Okay, I'm shooting in the dark.
Spitballing.
I would say because of the carbon fiber.
That's all I need to hear. Carbon. They're from the tip to the handle. They are nothing but carbon, and that's why they are so sensitive. Congratulations.
Well, thank you. Have a good morning.
Well, Andrew will call. You know the drill.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he'll call you back. Enjoy these sunglasses.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. There you go. Victor, man, he nailed it. So you hear that? Took a shot and he won.
He knows what's up.
He knows what's going on. Oh, Victor Whisker Zebra.
It never ends with you, does it?
Well, that's what Victor in the uniform.
Oh yeah, I get you.
Uniform, Victor.
100% love it. It was right in line.
I like that. You know who's in line? Dr. Scott Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
Because he does Invisalign.
Sure does.
You want the smile you've always wanted, but you don't want braces? You don't need to worry about that. You get you in line with Invisalign. They won't even know you got them on. And you can find him at 907 North Ankeny Boulevard in Ankeny, Iowa. That's right. Check him out anytime at ankenysmiles.com. You can call him if I've got a cleaning appointment. I've got to call and confirm. I forgot to do that. 964-1490, 964-1490. We'll get you there. Good morning, Brant. Good to see you, buddy. Dr. Scott Obi-Wan Kenobi Yagi, Dr. Stewart, Dr. Williams, Dr. Brandt, they will take all good care of you. And Dr. Stewart actually just cleaned Riley's teeth the other day, and she did a good job with that as well. So they'll do the same thing for you. We are very honored to have them as a partner on the show. Andrew goes there. I go there. You should go there at Advanced Family Dentistry. And when you leave, they're going to say, may the floss be with you.
The floss will be with you.
You're just a deadbeat Jedi, Obi-Wan. I'm not even going to talk to you anymore. I'm not even going to talk to you, man. It's Obi-Wan. Yeah, the Force. We'll be right back on 1450. We'll be back on 1350. We'll be back on 1150.
Trails are not always easy. That's why your boots need to fit and perform when you're outdoors. Itasca Footwear has been helping folks on their adventures for over 40 years.
No, Michael, on the app right now is last week's show. Eventually, everything will be live on the app. So here, whenever we decide to do it, we're going to pull off regular radio and then go and you'll hear it on the app. We're just trying to get our listenership built up to where we need to, so it's even with what we got on the regular radio. But that's what's going on. So if you listen on Saturdays on the app, it's last week's show. But thanks for asking, buddy.
Itasca Footwear, trusted by millions of customers at most major and family-owned retailers. For more information or footwear styles, please go to.
The reason we do that is people travel out of Des Moines. That way you can still hear the show. If you miss the week, you can always go back in the next Saturday and listen and do it that way.
Part of the family, and we want to protect them at all times. You live in an area that you want to keep open and not have a traditional fence to protect.
So Wednesdays at 5 is live, and I haven't been on the last couple weeks. No, you're okay. You're doing it fine, Michael. I've been busy with Jenny, so I haven't been on at 5 the last 2 weeks, but I should be back on next week at 5.
But can also be set up to keep your pet out of areas in your home. The Fence Stop system is underground, keeping your property open and easy.
Unless she's got to go back for a doctor's appointment or.
You can customize the Fence Stop.
I should be okay.
Your dogs enjoy their playtime and stay safe at the same time.
For more information on how to protect your buddy and keep your home looking great, call 515-975-2190 or go online at petstop.com. Pet Stop of Des Moines. Outdoors Dan recommended and Raven approved.
Hello, this is Dave from JLM Shooter Supply in Urbandale. We are a full-service gun shop that specializes in helping you find the right firearm for your needs. We carry new and used firearms for all shooting disciplines, from self-defense to shooting enthusiasts, as well as folks who like to hunt. We have recently expanded our store to better serve your needs. We still accept trades on all types of guns. We'll also look at any firearm you might wish to sell. JLM Shooter Supply carries firearms to meet any budget, and we can even special order items for those who like to add higher-end guns to their collection. JLM also has a full-time gunsmith on board that can help with all gun repair needs. So from ammo and hearing protection,
I got to get a hold of Dave. I told him we do that. We're going to give away a gun.
JLM Shooter Supply
Or one of his deals.
Please stop by and see us at 6931 Douglas Avenue in Urbandale, or call us at 515-331-1577.
Victor Zebra Whiskey won the sunglasses.
You're ready for your next outdoor adventure. Wouldn't it be nice to have high-definition footage as a fun memory of your time in the outdoors? Well, Tacticam has been helping hunters do that very
Last big break, right?
Whether it's one of our 5.0 or the 5.0 wide camera, you're going to capture your hunts like never before. They can help you cover your bow fishing trips with the new Tacticam fishing.
I'm so ready for fall. Aren't you guys ready for fall? No. I am. Let's just fast forward.
Wi-Fi compatible.
Can't skip the best part of the year.
The best part of the year is spring and fall. Summer stinks.
Spring? Are you kidding me? Yeah. That's when we can't decide if it's winter or summer yet. I hate that.
If I can go shoot a deer, it's a good time of year. Did you hear that? If I can go shoot a deer, it's a good time of year. That should be a t-shirt.
You know, how you've not become a jingle writer at this point?
I don't know, man. I'm wasted here.
You're wasting great talent.
I know.
Utility knife ready for any task? Well, if you use the
You could be
original
making
knife and tool sharpener
thousands.
before you left, you bet they are. The work sharp knife and tool
Be making some.
to sharpen every knife you own. By using changeable, flexible abrasive belts, the sharpening system is able to sharpen a variety of knives, including curved and serrated knives, tonto blades, fillet knives.
Made Jenny spaghetti last night. Boy, that was good. I took some ground venison and took some white onion, and I finally chopped that up. I put a little olive oil in the pan, browned all that venison up, and got those onions caramelized, and then I took some I did cheat on the sauce. I took some Prego mushroom sauce, threw it in there. Well, actually, I drained the venison and the onions, and then I put that in a pot, and then I put the sauce in the pot, and I simmered that on low. Then I got the pasta out. Boy, she wolfed that down. Made me feel good as she was hungry for my cooking. Boy, I tell you what, I come up with all these $1 million ideas during the breaks. I was saying I hate this time of year. Why can't we just fast forward to the fall? I said it's a good time of year if I can go shoot a deer. That would be a great t-shirt.
Gosh, you got to put that as a slogan for some company, you know.
Yeah.
They're gonna love that. You know, get a little jingle going. You could be.
It's a great time of year if you can go shoot a deer. Yeah.
I don't know. Like insert your guy here. Insert your name.
What was that?
I don't know. I was trying to figure out who we could put in there. But insert anybody, any company, anywhere. Boom. Yeah. See, it's great.
Yeah.
You're all of this talent is being wasted.
I'm just telling you, Andrew Boyd, if you're listening to the show, that would be a t-shirt I would be making. It's a great time of year if I can go shoot a deer. That's a moneymaker right there. Get you some antlers on the side of it.
Ooh.
Yep. It's a great time of year if I can go shoot a deer. Well, we got Jake Jacobs coming up from Victory Outdoors. Jake is an Afghan war vet. They do a wonderful show called Victory Drive Outdoors, or Pod, and that is a working class bow hunters product. and we're going to talk to Jake about see what those guys have been up to. They're big into shooting. Modern Spartan Systems would help. I got to talk to him about Modern Spartan Systems because that carbon blaster and those gun cleaning kits, the accuracy oil and all that is amazing. If you are a gun enthusiast, you need to go to Modern Spartan Systems and go check that out. Because I'm going to have a couple guys on the show here pretty quick. One show is called the Frugal Firearms, and then I've got another guy that is an analytical scientist. And I'll give you his credentials when we get him on. But he went and he shoots a lot, and he actually broke down all that stuff, and he couldn't believe that Modern Spartan Systems did exactly what they said they do. So I was that's all I need to hear. If you tell me if it holds up, and for people that do like to do long range shooting, predator hunting, all that, accuracy is everything. So go check them out. Boy, I got some more arrows from Kool-Aid Archery. Thanks to Bo and everybody. KoolAidArchery.com. That's the shafts I am shooting, and I'm shooting the Enfeezes. Now, these are all named for like African things, for like safaris, because these, they're shooting wildebeest, Cape buffaloes. That's how these dual carbon weaved arrows, they're super tough. And I always tease them. I said, "Hey, Wheezy, where's my Enfeezy?" The things I have to do to get a name right.
Hey, you have a strategy. You stick to it. Hey, that's all you can ask for.
Yeah, make a shirt. I get one. Well, Tony, I just can't afford to go make shirts, man. I'm a poor radio guy, Tony. I keep telling you guys, I'm broke.
Hey, we've already got the recording. We'll send it to somebody. You'll get the jingle credit.
Yeah, I need to get somebody to adopt me. I keep asking Speed or Obi-Wan Kenobi Yagi or can you guys just adopt me? I need some help. Nobody wants to adopt me. I don't understand it.
Yeah, I just don't know. I can't put my finger on why.
I don't either. It just drives me crazy.
Crazy, yeah.
All right, I'll be back in 2 minutes. Andrew says that we should just take the Flex Fletch and give it to one person so they have enough Flex Fletch for a whole year. And I'm not opposed to that. So here's what we're gonna do. First caller that calls in 244-1350. You're gonna get 3 packs of veins, and you're gonna get 3 or 4. This is almost $200 worth of stuff. Okay.
That's insane.
It is insane because you're going to have enough for deer season, turkey season, and 3D season. So 244-1350. Just make sure you haven't won anything in the last 30 days. And when we come back, if you want to call in, it's yours. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN. I got the call writers light this time.
Bada bing, bada boom. You're out of beer.
Hey, students, are you into shooting sports? Well, if you are, have you ever thought about using your passion to help you through college? Grandview University is a small private college that is looking for students that have a passion for the shooting sports and learning. Grandview University has a shooting sports program that if you...
I don't know about you, but are you guys sick of the fireworks already? I am. Well, poor Raven. It's not even the July, and they're out there at 10 o'clock at night going nuts.
With a ton of opportunities. So if you're looking to advance,
I think you should be able to return fire.
Why not shoot for a college?
What do you think, Andrew?
It's produced countless All-Americans and has a winning record of 4
get the
times
4570 out.
Grandview shooting sports athletes.
I'll give you a boom.
Uniforms, travel, and education covered in your scholarship. If you like to shoot for the stars and push yourself, Grandview University wants to talk with you.
I used to love fireworks, but I just can't stand them anymore.
Vikings.com.
You know what's good for yawning is 8 hours sleep. I don't even know what that is, Bob. What's 8 hours of sleep? Huh? Can you enlighten me on that? I try to go to bed early.
Some of the best socks out there.
Between taking care of Jenny and the dog, I don't get no sleep at all.
The dog just keeps you up in general.
Well, if Raven was upset because they were shooting fireworks off at 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night. He don't like fireworks now. He didn't when he was a pup. He didn't mind it, but it's like, man, I don't really want to go to jail.
available that are 100% guaranteed.
Yeah, it's and you know, Michael, I feel bad for people with PTSD. That's not good. You know, people just don't have any. They don't care about your neighbors anymore.
And give your feet a treat.
Let's talk about a story, an Iowa story about a dream that took several years to come true in Osceola, Iowa. It's the story of.
I had my neighbors shoot my truck last year with fireworks. I had to go out and yell at them. I said, "That's enough," and they quit. They actually hit my truck with a fireball. I was not happy. And then I had the guy across the street. He's pointing the stuff over, and it hit my roof of my house. And I said, "Hey, one more. If I go, you want to shoot your fireworks, you shoot them off towards the baseball field. Don't shoot them across the street over here. You're hitting our house, you idiot." Boy, I'm getting to be a grumpy old man. Who the hell wants their house on fire?
Other retailers around Iowa. Please check them out online at reveltondistillery.com.
Stuff's dangerous, man.
If it's time to celebrate or just time.
Well, let's hope you don't there, buddy.
Well, then it's time for a
Thank you, Bob. She's doing as good as expect.
1 FM and 1350 ESPN, Des Moines sports leader.
The Des Moines Media Group station. This is the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des
Gearhead.
Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
All right, we got to redo the entry over. Oh, we're going to do it over because I have an announcement I have to make, and I can't do it with that music.
See, I love. At this point, we just leave the producer in the dark.
Now wait a minute. What? Now wait a minute. Now let's be fair. What did I tell you this morning when I got in here? 8 o'clock.
Hour number 2.
Hour number 2. This is hour number 2.
And hour number 2 restrictions from.
Boy, he's just like my kid, Danny. Well, Dad, you weren't specific enough for me. I said in hour number 2. That means at 8 o'clock.
Oh, it does. 8 o'clock means right at 8 o'clock means at 8 o'clock.
All right, folks. I'm just telling you. I know. Hang on. Okay, back to hour number 2. Is it playing? Oh, there you go.
Yeah, it starts off slow, then gets there.
Are we on? Oh, we're on. Okay. I'm sorry. All right, there you go, Gearhead. It's big anniversaries to get together on July 19th at the Gearhead Factory. It's a 10-year anniversary get together. It's at 6540 Ronald Reagan Avenue, Madison, Wisconsin. There's going to be world famous pulled pork Munster sandwiches, cookies, and beverages. There's going to be sign up for door prizes. There's going to be test shoots with new Gearhead bows. I didn't know about that. Plus, you can buy factory direct. That's right. You can buy a bow while you're there. It's all happening July 19th at Gearhead's open house. There you go. Cool. All right. Now you can call Jake.
Oh yeah.
All right. I just had to hear Jenny's home. I hope everything's going well. Thank you, Bob. Matt says same here. I really don't like fireworks anymore. It's not that I dislike them. I think they should be Victor says Canada. Oh, he sent me some pictures from when he went to Canada. It's just my dog, my Raven's 6, and he just does not like, and he doesn't like it when I shoot my gun anymore either. I took him out when I sighted in my 410 this spring, and he didn't like that either. And he wasn't gun shy when I first got him. So I guess he just gets nervous. I guess as they get older, they don't like them. I don't know. He just doesn't like it, but he hates fireworks now. We went to bed early last night, and 10 o'clock, I heard a boom. And he jumped off the bed and went, and Jenny's been sleeping on the couch since she came home from the hospital. And he went and laid down over there by is he not answering?
Nope.
He lays down there by where Jenny's at, and that's the story. So if you're out there shooting fireworks, maybe cut them off at 9 o'clock. Huh? You know, have some common courtesy for your fellow man and people's pets. Huh? Because like I said, I like, people starting return fire. But see, it's not illegal anymore. It used to be illegal in Des Moines. I think it's legal now.
Yeah, legal.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
I think they legalized it. Yeah. All right. Apparently, my guest is AWOL, absent without leave. Let me call him on my cell phone. Do a little investigative calling here. Is he sleeping?
That may be new.
He could be investigating calling.
Yeah, investigative calling.
I
haven't heard that before. I'm okay with it though. Works for me.
Yep, not answering. Call Skippy. That's all right. We'll flip the script. That's all right. Listen to Jake and all the gang at Victory Outdoors every Friday night at 9:30. There you go. I'm sure something came up. They're all busy. I even sent. I left them a message yesterday. I did. I said, hey, don't forget your 0800 hours tomorrow. I even gave it to them in military time. But that happens in live radio land sometimes, folks. That happens when you lose a guest. Morning, yes, I honked yesterday. Oh, hey, Rick. There you go. Well, you should stop by and say hi. That's my ex-mailman when I lived at the other house. Never had a problem when he carried my mail. Never had an issue. Never had a problem. Never. He came by. He'd pet Raven. Raven would wag his tail.
How's it going?
He was just a great kind of like an old time mailman. He'd talk to you, say hi. Always polite. I just never had a problem when Rick, the mailman Elliott, was my mail carrier. Don't ever buy a house with a community mailbox. Big mistake. I will never, ever, ever buy a house with a community mailbox ever again. Never. I miss my mail guy, and I'm tired of not getting my mail.
See if you're good for a quick conversation.
Yeah. Is he awake?
Perfect. Let's get you right on. He's giving me that stink eye.
Yeah, I'm giving him the stink eye. I'm gonna throw something at him here in a second. What can I throw at him?
See, this is a hostile looking environment. Like,
yeah, what was that? Would you go to break already?
Just trying to take the hide off to water the animal. Let me tell you about
Let's get rid of that.
Never let that happen to you. That's what.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
All right, Skippy, are you there, Skippy?
Hold on, 2 seconds.
1.
Can you hear me?
I got you now, Skippy.
Oh my gosh, it's Outdoor Dan on a Saturday morning. What are we doing?
Well, I had Jake Jacobson from Victory Drive Pod on, and we were going to talk about vets issues and stuff, and he's AWOL.
Okay, AWOL.
Hey, absent without leave.
So I'm filling in for someone that stood you up. I'm like the ugly girl you're taking to prom. I got you. I know where I am.
Yeah.
I'm your second choice.
Yeah, you're not a second choice. That's just I already had this. Right. That's had a book. Big doings on the 19th. I didn't know that we were going to be able to test shoot bows that aren't out yet. I didn't hear about that.
Well, yeah, you've shot them, but a lot of people haven't. I mean, they're not on the website or anything. We just kind of produced them, and we're just like the Pivot 20 and the Pivot 24 and stuff like that. That's kind of what a lot of people are curious about, and we're gonna do that, and then we'll probably have a discount code for the event. I don't know. I'm thinking either 10 or 15% off a boa that you order that day or something like that. And there's going to be lots of door prizes. A lot of the field staff people are actually wanting to donate things. I know that one guy's going to donate a dozen of the, what are they, Kuyu arrows, or the ones that you
Kool-Aid.
I think he's going to do a custom set of a dozen of that, and another guy offered up, he does auto detailing, so he's going to put a little package together of auto detailing, and then Ellen, she does a lot of like herbs and remedies, and there's just everyone seems like they want to make a little donation for that. And one guy's already sent me like a 3D printed grunt call, and I mean it's getting a little cray, but
let's just keep
food to prepare,
Yeah, let's just keep the cray going. I'm gonna donate a dozen arrows. I got a dozen Kool-Aid arrows sitting by my chair in a box. So you got another dozen arrows to give away, and I'm gonna give you an electric work sharp sharpener. So that's an $80 sharpener. We'll put that in there. I'll bring it up, and I'll probably throw some Weeby knives in there. I'll put a little outdoors Dan big bat thing.
I use that Weeby knife quite a bit on that bear hunt. I skinned and caped out 2 bears with the Weeby.
Oh, that's a good knife, isn't it?
Yeah, I like the replaceable blades. Whenever you get dull, before you'd be like, oh, and you try to take an edge and try to sharpen it. It's just like, no, you just pop in a new blade, and you're cock lock, ready to rock.
Yeah,
Mr. Ted Nugent would say.
Yep.
But anyway.
Yep. Skip was in heaven the other night. He got to see who was it?
It was Def Leppard and Tesla.
Yeah, he got to rock out, do a little rock.
Yeah. I remember I had a job one time. This was a lot of years ago. I was going to a Def Leppard concert, and I was telling my boss I needed off. I was going to a Def Leppard concert. He goes, "I don't want to hear about no disabled cat." And I just thought that was kind of cute.
Def Leppard. That's funny.
Yeah,
that's funny.
He's an old military guy. So everything's by the to the T and that. And I said. Where I was going, he's like, "I don't want to hear about a disabled cat." Okay.
Yeah, if I was gonna see an old rock, if I was gonna go see my dream old rock concert would be Foreigner, Journey, Kansas.
All at one show or individually? Because
well, no, this would be like a big show for me. I'm trying to think. Boston. I'm leaving a bunch of people out here. ELO, I like ELO.
Wow.
Yeah, Electric Light Orchestra. Yeah.
I think my first concert was actually Johnny Cash. My mom and dad took me when I was like an infant. I think I was like 3 or 4.
Yep.
And all I remember, maybe a hair older, but I don't remember. I just remember it was extremely loud. And my mom spent the whole concert in the lobby holding me because I was crying.
Crying at Johnny Cash?
Well, I was like 5 or 6, and it's like I didn't even, I was just like, I don't know if they couldn't find a babysitter or something, but it couldn't have been enjoyable for them because, every now and then they'd open the curtain and you'd see a little band action, and I'd get upset, and my mother'd have me in the lobby area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's all right. That's all right. He's probably sitting there going, "Why is that kid screaming at my singing?"
Nah, he probably was singing Ring of Fire and not worrying about it.
Yeah. That kid keeps on screaming while I'm singing. I don't understand. June, what's that kid screaming about? I don't like the breathing.
Yeah. Hey, kind of sounds like Def Leppard. Thank you. Probably. Oh my gosh. Yeah. What's up today? For Outdoor Dan, once the show's over, you
what I am going home and give Jen her insulin shot. She's on. I've given 2 shots already. So and then I'll just gonna help her. I made her spaghetti last night, and I think her sister and her niece are coming over today. So I'm sure they're gonna have some good food from Sarah.
Nice.
And then I'll probably go home and just honestly, my Saturday morning ritual is if I don't get any sleep the night before, is after the show I go home and take like an hour or 2 nap.
Gotcha.
So I'm gonna go. I'll give her inoculation. Man, it's been so long since I gave shots in the service. I when she was in the hospital, I kind of went on YouTube on how to give a shot, just so the bevel of the needle. You want to keep the needle up, and the precise angle you want to go into, and how to disinfect the area and the syringe. And so I kind of just had to, because I haven't given a shot to somebody. I think the last shot I gave to somebody was my buddy Stewie when we were moose hunting. He had to have a daily medication. He goes, "Hey Dan, you were a corpsman. Would you mind doing it? I hate giving myself a shot." And I said, "Sure, buddy." And I just just harpooned him, man. I just dart like a dart. And he goes, "Man, I didn't even feel that." He goes, Well, and that was probably 4 years, 5 years ago, but, I didn't wanna take a chance with, that insulin pen, it's pretty easy to give a shot, but, that's my day right there, right there.
My dad gave himself shots. He had diabetes in the later part of his life, and he always gave himself shots, which I thought was
Yeah.
hard, but he did.
Well, the crazy thing about all this is Jenny didn't know she ever had diabetes. And so this is relatively new to her and everything. So, if you're just tuning in, you don't know what happened. My wife actually had to have, she went to the emergency room last week and she lost part of her right foot from because of an infection. She didn't know what was going on. She kept anyway, they had to do emergency surgery. So she was in the hospital for almost a week and I just got her home. But yeah, this is a whole new thing now, Skippy.
Huh. Well, maybe at the open house or something, I could have you set up where you could give some of the potential patrons a shot of, well, never mind.
No, I think I'm going to keep my medical just to helping her, and that's it. Yeah, trust me, I have forgotten way more than I remember when I was yeah.
Well, you're 60. That's kind of the case these
Yeah,
days.
I got I always keep a medical kit in my truck. I've got something to make a tourniquet. I've got 4x4s, 2x2s. I've got splint materials. I've got tape, antibiotic cream. I think I have some suture thread in there in case I cut myself where I need to sew it up.
You're prepared for about anything.
Well, if you go out west or if you go on a big hunt, you should have something like that with you because if you get out in the middle of nowhere and something happens, it'll save your life.
Yeah, that's when we're up in Canada bear hunting too. We're in 40 miles, and it's true wilderness. You're not seeing anyone. And when I was up there, we started to put the bait, and I saw a lot of trees were leaning, and some trees I had to drive around. And when I went back up, I put a chainsaw in back because if you get way back in there, one of those trees go across. I mean, you're stuck. You're there, So.
Just remember, if you're ever out in the middle of nowhere and you cut yourself and you need a tourniquet, the elastic in your underwear, you can take that out and make a tourniquet with it.
Wow.
Little
Even your thong?
I don't wear it. Yeah. In my skivvies. Yeah, in my boxer briefs, there's a little you can take that elastic and use it as a tourniquet. So just everybody should have some unmentionables on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm ready for the big open house and
it's all coming together. We got a lot of crap to do to get everything, going to that. But I mean, we put some ads out there and got some bows to make sure that we have plenty of product for people to shoot and stuff like that. And it just be a lot of good conversation and a lot of people from the field staff and stuff that can answer questions as well.
You should call Eric at Gas Bowstrings and have him send some stuff up for it.
Well, I do have to call Eric. I do got some bowstrings to order and stuff from him, so maybe I'll do it.
Tell him we were talking about him on the show, and he needs to get some stuff sent to you.
All right, I'll tell him. Hey, your head needs gas.
Yeah, we need some gas. Give it the gas. Hey, listen, I got those new Kool-Aid arrows in. They're called Infeezis. They're a 4mm shaft. Yeah. And man, my pivot carbon was already the quietest bow I've ever shot. My 24. But it's even quieter, yeah.
Yeah. Pretty soon you're going to have like a negative sound when you shoot the bow. It's just going to be like a vacuum, like that.
Yeah.
It's just going to be.
It just amazes me how quiet that is. It just and that's a good thing because if you miss, you might get a second shot.
I know a few people that have got like Justin Jackson, main call out of Illinois. He's same stand that he shot one doe, the other doe didn't know what was going on, so he shot the other doe. They didn't run away. They just like, what's going on?
Yeah, so, that's always a good thing. All right.
We're on the outdoor dance show this morning in Iowa. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kristen says hi, Dan.
Tell her hi.
All right.
All right. You tell Gracie and everybody hi, and we'll talk to you soon, pal.
We'll see you in a few weeks.
Gearhead Archery. Bow hunting has a name. Gearheadarchery.com.
All right. You have a great day.
Thanks, Skippy.
Yeah, bye-bye.
There he goes, my buddy Skip. I love Skip. He's a good man. You won't find a better archery owner in the world manufacturer than Skip Peterson. You just won't. 818 and some change. Let me hit a quick break. All right, where you at? You want to haul in a bunch of swag? You're gonna get lit Knox. I got blue and green. Do I got green? I got 1 pack of green. 1 pack of green. And I got 1, 2, 3 packs of blue. So you're gonna have enough Knox to last you for this deer season and next turkey season. 244 1350, 244 1350. One guy or one gal, one winner wins it all. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN. You're heading out on your morning hunt well before sunrise, so you can stay undetected from that giant you've been chasing all season. Wouldn't it be nice to know exactly where your stand or blind location is without letting anyone know where you're at walking in? Have you ever heard of Onyx? Onyx is one of the most important pieces of hunting gear that you can use and always have with you. The Onyx Hunt app allows you not only to get from your truck to your hunting spots, it also allows you to mark and save your parking spots, scrapes, food plots, rub lines, or some possible next stand locations. The Onyx Hunt app is also a great way to see your property and know where you stand. Onyx is a mobile app that you can take anywhere. It's recognized by game wardens all around the country as a valuable hunting tool. Boy, Victor got him a nice fish. Look at that. You want to always know where you are and have the ability. Nothing wrong with that, right? That will help you be a better hunter. He sent me 2 of them. What's the other one here? At your app store today. That's a nice wally. Turkey season is a passion. Ooh, look at that big smallie. That's nice. Some big old bronze backs. You know, pound for pound, them smallmouths are fighters, man. You can't beat them smallies. I haven't had a bass to eat. I haven't kept a bass to eat in probably 25 years. I throw them all back. Them smallmouth are cool. He started building handcrafted calls in 2016, so he knew he could make. Is Andrew mad at you? No, Jerry. Andrew is not mad at me. Because the top of the hour. He's not mad. On all of his pot calls, it will allow you to make the most subtle purrs to the sharpest cuts and excited yelps that will get any boss time. It's all good. It's all good, Jerry. It's all good. That will allow from the beginner to the most seasoned turkey caller to make the right call when it counts. So this upcoming turkey season, try a Rupert's Roost in Peace turkey call and let that Tom roost in peace.
Veins are very important to your arrow flight and for consistent grouping. Flex Fletch and its fine lineup of products has been helping archers steer their arrows for over 50 years. Silent Night veins are 30% thinner with a much greater taper than veins out there. This contributes to a dramatic reduction of in-flight drag. Flex Fletch veins also have the capability of reshaping or bounce back after pass-through shots on targets or game. This ensures consistent arrow
54 days till we draft. And the whooping's going to start.
Colors, sizes,
the whooping.
For any archer to use.
Andrew Brown is going down. Doo-dah, doo-dah.
Speak to a former champ like that.
Former. He did win. I got to give him that.
It's like the presidency. Once you're done, once you're out of office, you're still called the president.
It's like the president.
You got it. It's the same type of deal here, right? You still call the champ.
You haven't made the playoffs in 3 years.
Hey, I still was the champ.
You got lucky. Lucky.
No, not lucky.
Lucky. Lucky.
I've made more postseasons than I've missed.
Compact,
Gotta give me credit for that.
These bows maneuver extremely well, whether you're in the tree stand or the ground blind. If you're a squirrel hunter,
deer season, bow season, and fantasy football get here. Everybody's happy. Happy.
Gearhead shoots for 100%
right now. It's
satisfaction.
America's birthday coming on up.
Constantly looking at ways to keep Gearhead bows quiet, deadly accurate, and
4th of July.
So when you're looking for your next hunting partner, head over to your nearest dealer like Archery Field and Sports in Altoona, Iowa, or go online to www.gearheadarchery.com. Stack the deck on your next
Is
hunt.
baseball America's pastime anymore? No. It's bow hunting and fishing.
Sports in Altoona.
I'm not going to argue, but
listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio. All right, 244-1350, 244-1350. Take your shot. You want these lit Knox and Flex Fletch veins? just give Andrew a call, 244-1350, and say Flex Fletch, and it's yours. There's a couple $100 worth of stuff right there, and you won't have to buy Vanes or Knox for a while. I'm just telling you. Here's my gripe of the week. I am so tired. Listen, if someone would have told me 25 years ago I would have watched women's basketball, no offense, ladies, I'm just not a big I'll watch the NCAA when it gets to the Sweet 16. I don't watch pro basketball. It's just not my thing to watch. But I have to admit, I really admire Caitlin Clark. I think that girl works hard. She hustles. And man, what I watched, Jenny was in the hospital and she loves Caitlin. She absolutely loves Caitlin. And I was watching the game and the cheap shots. I mean, she gets cheap shotted all the time. She does. But I mean, I could not believe the cheap shots that I was seeing. And especially when that Mabry, after the whistle, came over and threw her down on the floor and she did not get injected. That is an embarrassment. That is an embarrassment to the league of the women's basketball association or whatever it is. Those refs should have been fired. And I would have said it. I don't care if it was another player or not. If they would have got treated that way, it's not just because she's Caitlin. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, what you're ruining your sport. And I don't know. It just bothers me. Am I going to still watch? I'll still watch the Indiana Fever games, but I won't watch other games. I just won't. Just because I don't want to watch all the cheap shots, So it's just stupid. That's my gripe of the week. That's my gripe of the week. That's just I'm sure a lot of you feel the same way because it was on every sports station and on the news and everything else. And hey, how about Sophie? Her teammate come up and stick up for her. She cattle rustled that gal down, didn't she? She fouled her pretty hard. She stuck up for Caitlin. And you know what's funny? Her jersey sold out the next day. She got a $400 fine. And her jersey so I think it's Sophie Cunningham is what her name is. Her jersey sold out. So good for Sophie. Someone, like I said, got me fired up on women's basketball. And those girls can shoot, man. I'm telling you what, some of them ladies, I was never they would have smoked me in basketball, and I was a pretty good shot. But did you watch that? Have you ever watched Fever games?
Yeah, I'm like you. I'm not a big basketball fan, but when you provide that much spark into the game like she is right now, and it's not just because she's an Iowa person, but
well, I mean, to be honest, I mean, a lot of her is because she went to Iowa. I mean, she's got but she works hard. She's a hard worker. I think she's a great role model. Now she's got a temper. She yells at the refs a lot, and she does have a temper on her, but I think it's just because she's so competitive.
Well, and that she's also the one that stays hours after games.
She works hard
to sign anything that's put in front of her.
Yeah, you know what? Jenny loves her. So Jenny wanted a Caitlin Clark baseball or basketball card. So I found an autographed Caitlin Clark specialty card. It was a PSA number 9. 10's the best you can get. And I think I paid like $400 for it. I got it for our anniversary or birthday or whatever. Anyway, that thing's worth like $1,300 right now. It's went up that much.
Yeah, well, and she just the way she plays, she can hit from anywhere.
Tony says she's a black belt. Patrick's yes, morning. Yes, I honked yesterday. Patrick says, "Hi Dan, Basser hitting at Hickory Grove Park." Thank you, Patrick. There you go, Tony. I'm just tired of all the cheap shots, Andrew. She gets cheap shotted all the time. That one chick stabbed her in the eye, man, with her finger.
Yeah,
scraped her eyes.
And one of the things that I'm not trying to stir up anything, but that she is a huge reason. I know there's others who have come in her draft class that were just as good. They were not as good, but big.
Yeah.
So her draft class essentially is the one that now gives them better flights, better experiences, packed stadiums. I mean,
well, yeah, if you look at any other game, the attendance is not anywhere near that a game that the Fever's not playing.
And you looked at what the lowest ticket price with her
Not
there,
playing, $25, and then you'll go up to a couple hundred if she's playing.
I mean, I mean, it's you could get what you would normally get at a ballpark, for food. You can get for the ticket price there.
Yeah.
When she's not there, it drops that drastic.
You would think the league would at least be have that in mind because it makes the product better.
But,
and Aaliyah Boston, she's awesome. And what's Mitchell's first name? Andrea Mitchell, or she's a fireball, man.
I love the energy she brings.
Yeah, I mean that whole team's got some great players. Lexi Hall, she's awesome. Sophie, I don't know if you heard me because you were on the phone, but during that game I watched the other night, the lady that fouled Caitlin and raked her in the eyes, she had a breakaway, and Sophie Cunningham grabbed her and like a cow, like a cow move, and drove. Yeah, and her jersey sold out the next day.
And she was like deemed the enforcer.
Yeah,
I love it. And to bring to your point there earlier, I think the league just wasn't ready for what Caitlin would bring. I don't think, for so long, and again, we're not knocking anything, but the ratings weren't there. The popularity wasn't there.
No.
And now the popularity is there. And the mistakes that the league has made, or even the reffing has made, hasn't been amplified because there hasn't been a Caitlin Clark. But now,
well, those refs on that game against Cleveland should have been fired.
I mean, honestly,
they should have been fired or they should have got suspended or something, because that was when that Mabry, the whistle had already blown, and she comes up and throws Caitlin down on the floor. She should have been ejected, and they did not eject her, and that's why that game got out of hand.
Yeah,
It's
in the end, you don't want it to escalate. That's refereeing 101. You don't want it to escalate anymore.
I know we're an outdoor show, but this stuff gets me fired up.
Hey, I'm with you there.
Yeah, Anyway, I think the Fever are good role models, and those the Valkyries beat them last night, and those girls could shoot, man. Those Valkyries.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it just cracks me up how fired up I get about women's basketball. I'm telling you. Go girls. You go, girl. Oh, had some Dan, what are you doing about the Dave Jones Award? I'm still working on that. So Dave is doing okay. Just to let you know. He is fighting cancer, and but I talked to him the other day, and he seems like he's holding his own. So we're still working on the Outdoors Person of the Year award. We'll probably let you know exactly how you can before the end of the year, because that's when we'll start taking nominations and stuff on that stuff there. So, but Dan, are you seriously worried about there's nothing wrong with women's basketball? I didn't say there was anything wrong with women's basketball. I just don't usually watch basketball. I'll tell you right now, I'll never watch a men's NBA game.
Yeah.
I never will. I could care less about it. I care less about baseball anymore.
That second part was a big boo for me.
Well, whatever. I'll go see the Iowa Cubs and have a good time.
Love the Iowa Cubs.
Iowa Cubs, but
they do right.
Cardinals, I grew up in St. Louis. The Cardinals, I used to, 11 World Series wins, and the owners just don't spend the money to be competitive. They don't care. That's just my 2 cents.
But I hear you.
Yeah. My 2 cents.
You have every right to be frustrated.
I am, just like the St. Louis Blues. I love the Blues. I'm shocked that I lived long enough to see the Blues win a Stanley Cup. They don't put the money in on the ice to be competitive.
Yeah.
So I just hope I live long enough to see the Vikings win a Super Bowl.
Boy, that's just.
I don't know if that'll ever happen. And I love the Vikings. I love the Chiefs, and I love the Vikings. Those are my 2 teams. And I like the Packers. Skip's a big Packers fan.
And for good reason.
And there's certain players on the Packers I absolutely just love. But it is what it is.
You gotta love the quarterback.
Huh?
Gotta love the quarterback.
Brett Favre?
I love when you play this game. Love it.
Yeah, Brett Favre. Aaron Rodgers, that is one team I want nothing to do with this year in fantasy football. You will not see any Steelers on my team.
Nope.
Wah, wah, wah. How would you love to be a Steelers fan right now, man? That it'd be like, yeah. I heard some people on Sirius the other day. Steelers are gonna make it to the Super Bowl, man. I said, "Are you nuts?"
They're the ones living in the Steel City right now.
Yeah, yeah. Have fun with that. See how it goes. Did we get a Flex Fletch winner?
We did.
Who won?
Jim Fettketter.
Jim Fettketter. Way to go, Jim.
Jim got it.
Jim took it home. He got it home. All right, I'm late for a break. We'll try and get Jake back on. Hey, is Smeltzer? Did you try Smeltzer? Call Smeltzer. Yeah, call Smeltzer. Let me take a break. Let me take a break, and I'll be right back. Maybe with Smeltzer. They got a big sale today.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, it's a big Carl sale. We'll be right back.
Have you been looking for an easier way to haul your gear for your outdoor adventures or projects? Well, have you looked at Compass Carts? Compass Carts.
I got a Compass cart.
No way.
Compass Carts works with your e-bikes for easy loading of your game, gear, or what you need to go from camp, tailgates, or to the project site. They offer several hitch options so you can use your ATV or your side.
Andrew's got a hoodie on today. I wish we had the cameras so we could see both of us, but I got to run it through my laptop because we have nothing in here.
They also convert to a carrier for your bike or gear by simply loading to your vehicle hitch with ease. So no more struggling to get your deer
Plug it in.
or other game and gear back. Just load it on your Compass.
So it would show two images.
Check them out. CompassCarts.com.
Mine, I get USB cameras.
Well, bring your camera in. I'm not buying anymore.
Well,
we love our pets.
If you got one, bring it in.
VezerCare offers natural solutions for both dogs and horses, providing gentle yet effective relief.
I'm broke.
Products promote healing and well-being, combining spruce.
I've done spent all my money.
Antibacterial,
I'm broke.
Antimicrobial, and
I'm cheap and broke.
Blend not only accelerates healing, but also supports your pet's skin's natural defenses with its low pH level, promoting a healthy skin barrier. Whether your pet
plug it in, see if it works. Come here and set it up. You're gonna have to go split screen, aren't you? Ooh, we might have Andrew on here for the last half hour.
Horse spray effectively
these irritating. You get to see Andrew and all his facial expressions. I have to look at during the week.
Or online at VezerCare.com. Give your beloved animals the natural care they
deserve.
I
don't know if your computer has.
Just come around to it.
Find them at your local veterinarian or online at VezerCare.com.
Allow.
Okay,
there you go. It's allowed. Can't do it there.
Can't do it there.
I can't see the messages.
Oh man.
This
Let's do it right here.
Keeps you on target.
Yeah, or can you hook it up over there? Or here, put it on the cup.
For vehicles, boats, and all motors, consider modern Spartan Systems TVT green engine oil additive. Tests by top engineers show a significant.
I don't see the camera though.
15% better mileage, doubled oil life, and a
I don't want
quieter,
it to just simply be me, so that's.
With modern Spartan Systems proven cleaners, lubricants, and oil additives. Find them
what do I
at
do? Hit plus?
or on social media. Modern Spartan Systems. American made, safe, green, and tested for optimal performance.
Did you hit plus?
I haven't done it yet. Hit this?
Yeah.
Just press that or the plus.
I want to see if that just adds another camera spot. So now it's just me.
Okay, what do I do both?
It's an experience where you might encounter not only just bears, but fishers, whitetail, wolves, and even maybe a moose.
Yeah, no, go
One
down.
of the best places I know to go on a bear hunt is Bear
Okay,
River
why
Guide
isn't-
Service in northern Minnesota. Gary Peck has been helping hunters experience Hart County bear hunts now for well over 24 years. Gary knows northern Minnesota is some of the biggest bears in the country.
Split it, but
and
that
it's
is
amazing how quiet they can sneak into your stand. 1 second, you're looking at a big bunch of ferns and trees. The next thing you know, there could be a
you have a more updated version than I do.
Well, that's goofy. You should be able to.
So if you love hunting,
There it is. I got it.
You got it? Yep. Can you see me?
Yeah.
Bear River Guide Service in Deer River, Minnesota.
Is it too much of top? I need to raise it.
Go down.
Go down.
Raise the camera. Raise the camera.
Oh, you just said go down.
Well, I was talking about this chair. Go up. Okay, that's good.
Fred's Live Bait and Tackle is conveniently located at 361 Main Street.
I don't just want my head.
It's not. You're from here up.
Okay, good.
Sean and his crew have
The
the
best
liveliest
features are
bait
there.
ready for you to use, including fatheads, rainbows, shiners, and their famous river mix. Their bait is delivered fresh every day. Fred's Live Bait and Tackle also carries everything you need to get you on the water and ready to fish.
Did Joe not answer?
Latest rods, reels, terminal tackle, and snacks for your trip.
Go ahead and
Fred's
give him a call
also
again.
has
He was
spearing decoys. Big sucker's
voicemail.
perfect for spearing season in the winter. So on your next fishing trip to northern Minnesota, stop by Fred's Live Bait and Tackle in Deer River or Little Winnie Trading Post and ask them where are the fish biting. Sean and everyone at Fred's Live Bait and Tackle and Little Winnie Trading Post will get you on the fish fast.
This is the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio on 1350 ESPN. If you want to see what Andrew looks like, all you got to do is go to the Outdoor Call Radio Facebook page. We're live streaming right now, and he just got his camera. See, I'm trying to think, well, if I could make little things or something to stab him or something, like little
Things to stab me?
Well, you know, like little arrows going in, your cartoon arrows. But see, I don't know how to do that.
You need overlays for that.
Yeah, that's what I need. I need to overlay like with little bubbles coming off your head going, what? What's your name?
What's your name?
Tony. So anyway, morning, Dan. Jake, good morning. Thanks, Dan. Christmas gifts for the grandkids. You're welcome. Thanks, prayers for Jenny. Thank you, Jim. I appreciate that. You're more than welcome. Yeah, Andrew Brown. That's what I got to look at for 2 hours every Saturday.
Dan, aren't you just blessed?
Yep. You want to see what fantasy football anxiety looks like? There it is, right there. Anxiety. Andrew Brown, everybody. So, speaking of fantasy football, everybody is so up on this Austin Gentry, this running back rookie for the Raiders. I'm not taking him in the first round. I'm not going to do it. It's the Raiders, and he's a rookie. I've gotten burnt how many times over the years by taking somebody, he's going to be the next Aaron, or he's going to be the next Gale Sayers, or he's going to be the next Barry Sanders. Yeah. No, not even close. See, Andrew will probably take him.
Thanks.
You're welcome. This
is probably reverse psychology trying to make this. Then you're going to go ahead and surprise everyone with the first round pick. This is textbook day.
I will tell everybody on the air right now. I got the 1-1 this year in the Outdoor Call Radio League, and my pick will either be
Gentry.
Nope. It's going to be either Justin Jefferson.
We don't even know who we're picking.
Or
it's okay.
Yeah. Or what's his name? The receiver.
Gentry. That's who you're picking.
No. Gosh darn it! The guy from the Bengals, Jamar Chase. I'm either taking Jamar Chase or Justin Jefferson. That's going to be my first pick. One of those two guys. I'm just telling you. Because I'm the 1-1. Nobody can steal him. It's up to me to set. I'm setting the table on the Outdoor Call Radio League this year.
You know what I think we should do?
What's that?
If you win 3 in a row, if you win 3 titles in a row, your first round draft pick the next year should be a punter.
Yeah, well, first of all, I've never won. I've made it to the Super Bowl 3 times, and I lose every time.
Hey, you know what? I didn't say it, but now that we're on the topic, you have lost quite a bit.
But I make it to the Super Bowl, which somebody's only made it there once. He did win, but it was all luck. Again. Who'd you beat? Was it me?
No.
Who'd you beat?
I think it wasn't
Jeff.
I think it was Jeff because it wasn't Jacko. I know that Jacko came the next
year. Yeah, Jacko's won 2 years in a row. Everybody's out for Jake this year. Jacko's going down. Jacko is going down.
Again, I think it's a great rule. You win 3 in a row, you're drafting a punter first round.
I think if you win 3 in a row, you're out of the league. Get out of here. I think that I'm throwing you out of the league.
You're too good. We can't have.
Yeah, we can't have your. Hey, I'm sorry, but Dan, why do you like fantasy football so much? The reason I like fantasy football is because when I'm sitting in a deer stand and there's absolutely nothing going on, if I leave, that's when the buck shows up. So it keeps me in my stand. How many times have we been out there hunting and there's absolutely nothing going on, and you start thinking about all the things you could be doing at home, getting done. Believe me, we've all had this experience. We've all felt this. We've all thought this. Fantasy football keeps me in the ground blind or in the tree stand. It just does. How many times, Andrew, during October, November, December, do I send you trades during the day?
I mean, it's probably one every hour.
Yeah, it's not every hour, but at least a couple of times a day or something, I'll send out trades, or I'll be on the waiver wire trying to pick up players, and it's something fun, and it keeps you occupied. I tried reading in the stand. I can't do it. Jeff used to take a book with him. I can't do it. Because I can't,
great education gets you so far.
Yeah, they're great education, man, right there. But anyway, Lem, that's why I like fantasy football, buddy.
Plus, it's always nice to you work up to the weekend. It's a great way to get to spur on the weekend. It's a great way to look at that, and of course, now with Thursday games and Monday games as well.
Yeah, Jenny always said there's football's on every day. It's on Monday, Thursday, Saturday sometimes, and Sunday. Not every day.
Not every day.
Not every day. Could you please talk about all the contests you got going on again? I can. Who is that? Mike? Mike, first off, we have the secret listener contest that we do. That's on the app. That's on the Outdoor Call Radio app. You download the app on your phone's app store, the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store, the Outdoor Call Radio. You got to spell it out and space it. It'll pop up. If you get the space outdoor space call space, by then it'll pop up, and it's free. Just look for that white logo, the Outdoor Call Radio. And just Monday through Friday, if you send me a screenshot of a show that's playing, don't do commercials, because commercials have their logos on there too. You want the show that's playing for like 20, 30, 45, 50 minutes, whatever. And then email that to me, and you're automatically in the secret listener contest. We just gave away, who was the winner this week? Russell, what was his name? We just drew a name. It was Russell Williams of Des Moines. He won a Work Sharp Sharpener. So Russell sent me 2 emails this week, and he won. If you listen for 10, 11 months, you're going to win something. You got to listen for a while sometimes, but sometimes you win pretty quick. It's the luck of the draw. It really is. That's the secret listener contest. Now we have our anniversary contest going on. For everybody that emails me every week, I put them in the secret listener folder, and then I've got them in my regular folder. And I'm gonna draw a winner out of that. They're gonna win a big prize pack in August, September. And then I have the new listener. If you've never downloaded the app and if you've never emailed me before, when I get an email in, I go in my other folder, and if I don't see that email, you're a new listener, and there's several people in there already, and they're going to win a big prize pack as well. So I'm giving away 2 big prize packs in a couple months. So that's the contest that we got going on right now. And if you want to take advantage of that, I encourage you to do so. 746 and some change. I'll tell you some 8. Yeah, well, the stupid clock's wrong. I keep looking at the big clock instead of 8:47 and some change. Sorry. Herman's Fine Jewelers. I'll tell you about them when we come back on 1350 ESPN.
When it comes to graphic design, you want to work with someone that can take your ideas and bring them to life. So when you need help promoting your business or special events, it's not always an easy choice. Have you heard about Boyd Creative Print Shop? They have over 30 years experience helping customers like you put their ideas into action.
Why won't that
Boyd
change?
Creative Print Shop can help with custom graphic design on screen printed apparel, from shirts to design patches and embroidered hats. They also offer designs on bags, decals and stickers, and vinyl wraps from boats to vehicles to get your message out. This will help you inform and educate folks about your event or business while doing it with a creative look. Boyd Creative Print Shop has hundreds of excellent customer reviews and will provide the same level of service to you when you need
I
them.
fixed it.
For more information to get your design started, please call Chantel or Andrew at 515-478-5776. That's 515-478-5776. Or check them out online or on social media at BoydCreativePrintShop.com.
Looking for the ultimate arrow? You want outstanding performance, durability, and consistency. Have you tried Kool-Aid arrows yet? Born from the trusted Mamba arrows, Kool-Aid delivers exceptional performance at an affordable price for
You should put this on. You should put this on. You clip it on your the computer up there, and then skip it down. Andrew Vision. Can you flip it up that far?
I don't know.
Kool-Aid shafts feature
Yeah.
Yeah, flip it up there.
weave, maximizing speed and penetration, similar to a rifle barrel. Plus,
Sit down.
the quality is unbeatable for the
Hold on,
price.
Tommy.
You're good.
Kool-Aid arrows come
You sure?
fletched
Yeah.
with flex veins for superior accuracy and quietness.
That
So,
work?
for
Yeah.
your next tournament or
Might want to
adventure,
turn it down just a
ask
hair.
for Kool-Aid arrows at your nearest dealer or
Does it
check them
pan
out
down?
online
Yeah,
at
try that.
KUHLEarchery.com.
How about now?
Kool-Aid
You're
Archery,
fine.
where innovation
Good.
meets
What are you laughing
passion.
at?
Just scoot up to your board.
We crave the finest nourishment.
Better put it
for their
back where it
health
was.
and happiness.
Huh?
That's where
Is
Patriot
that
Paws
looking
steps
good?
in.
Well, I mean, it's only got to work with what it's got. I mean,
Which is
Patriot
great.
Paws,
I mean,
a veteran-owned company, proudly produces
you got
treats
greatness.
using only high-quality, USA-sourced chicken,
Hold on,
turkey,
2
and
seconds.
beef. Choosing quality treats like Patriot Paws yields significant benefits.
Dan,
Treats free from antibiotics and hormones, and containing less than 2%
You want it
sodium,
back there?
support
you do whatever you want.
canine health.
You're fine there. You
Stringent
can put it
cooking
back there.
standards ensure
Well,
safety
I
and
don't,
quality, giving you peace
I'm
of
good
mind.
here.
Okay.
Patriot Paws are more than just delicious. They are a testament to
All
quality.
right.
By choosing Patriot Paws, you also contribute to vital nonprofit programs supporting veterans, first responders, and shelter dogs. Find Patriot Paws at your local store or visit thepatriotpaws.com to purchase a bag today.
Love the outdoors? Carbon TV brings it all to you. From adrenaline-pumping hunts and epic fishing trips to wild game cooking, survival, live cams, and more. It's the #1 streaming platform for outdoor content, and it's 100% free. Watch full episodes, short films, and podcasts straight from your browser, TV, or smart device. Real outdoor adventure. Zero subscription. Watch anytime, anywhere, always free. Carbon TV.
You know, jerky is the ultimate outdoor companion. Its convenience and portability are unmatched. Lightweight, compact, and require no refrigeration. It's a breeze to pack on hunting trips where space is kind of precious, you know? The long shelf life offers peace of mind, making it a reliable food source for extended trips or unexpected delays. Hunting demands stamina, and jerky's high protein content provides sustained energy, keeping you full and focused throughout long days in the field. For the perfect healthy snack, don't choose just any jerky. Choose Valor Jerky. Valor Jerky takes us outdoor essentials to the next level. Try Valor Jerky. Bold flavors like Tactical Teriyaki, Heat Seeker Spice, or Base Camp Original. Next time you're geared up for an outdoor adventure, reach for Valor Jerky. As a veteran-owned company, Valor Jerky gives a portion of every sale directly to supporting veterans and first responder nonprofits. For the perfect healthy snack that gives back, choose Valor Jerky. Next time you're gearing up
I
for
did
an
give you your
outdoor
paycheck, right?
adventure, reach for Valor Jerky. Visit thevalorusa.com to order.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio. This last segment's brought to you by the fine folks at Herman's Fine Jewelers, 2900 University Avenue in West Des Moines. The place to go to find pleasant, beautiful people waiting on you every time you go inside the store. They've got over 10,000 diamonds and mountings in stock. They can do custom jewelry. They can do jewelry repair. If you got something hanging around that you just don't use anymore, take it to Herman's. You're going to get more for your treasure than you will anybody else. And Danae and Frank and Remy and Laylee, Dustin, everybody's going to take great care of you there at Herman's Fine Jewelers. They've been helping people for almost 50 years, and there's a reason why they've been around that long. It's because they are so nice. Go check them out. That's where I go when I need to make a memory. Herman's Fine Jewelers. Yep. So we're almost into end of June here. So fishing's going to start going to a different bite here. If you're looking for the walleyes, you're going to start doing cranks, leeches, bottom bouncers. I like bottom bouncers. They're kind of easy to do. I like trolling cranks too. I got a bunch of cranks, but I'm going to have to buddy up with my buddy Richard or Andrew and go fishing with them guys, which is not a bad thing. So I had somebody call me the other day and they said, "Hey, I heard you fell in the water when you were up in Minnesota." I said, "Yep, fell right off the dock." That was not a lot of fun. It was cold. It was 40 degrees. And yeah, I just yeah, that was embarrassing. It was, and I don't care about it was just freaking cold, And then I had to crawl back up and climb in the boat, get in the dock, and I had a hoodie on, my jeans, get back up, change out of that, throw everything on the picnic table, and by the time I got back, thank God everything was dry, but it was amazing to me how much sand I had in my jeans from hitting the bottom of the lake. So, but I did save my lunch. That was the big thing. My lunch was safe.
That's the most important thing.
Always put your lunch in a Ziploc bag. Little rule of thumb right there. Save, because if I would have ruined my pastrami sandwich, I would have been more upset. Morning, Don. Good to see you, buddy. So I talked to my buddy Todd Rupert at Rupert's Rut and Peace Grunt Calls. Here, we're getting for our anniversary for going on 4 years. Todd, my buddy, is going to make some special Rupert's Rut and Peace Grunt Calls that's actually going to have the Outdoor Call Radio logo on them. So he's going to send me a dozen of those. Did you hear that, Andrew?
Yes, a dozen.
Dozen.
Not a baker.
So I'm gonna keep 1 or 2 for me, and then the rest are going to you. So how about that? And I'll probably give those away. I'll probably give half of them away here on the show. So if you live in Iowa, you're going to get a shot at those, and then I'll give the other 4 or 5 away on the app, so I can drop ship them to anybody around the country, because I want to give everybody a fair shake at those. Those are great grunt calls, and they got the wood part of it. You can. I love the wood with the elongated tube, because I can really growl with that. That's what hey, it worked, man. I could, when you watch Bowstring Adventures this year, when we start airing those shows in October, I think that'll be the second or third show will be my Iowa buck from last year. I'm going to show my very first Iowa buck when I moved over to Elite, because that's my best whitetail that I've got on film. I'm going to show that hunt in case you missed it on Respect the Game. And then my Iowa hunt from last year will be episode 2 or 3. And then we're going to have episodes from Philip Vanderpool. Paul was nice enough to send me some hunts to use. And then we'll probably have Larry McCoy. I'll probably get a hunt or 2 from Larry. Ryan's doing all my editing for me. I was going to edit it myself, but thank God Ryan's doing it. Because, man, I tell you what, that was driving me nuts.
I bet.
I hate editing. I do. Well, I got to go back on YouTube on Final Cut. Is it Final Cut I'm using or Adobe? It was Premiere Pro.
I think you're using it.
Yeah, I was using Premiere Pro. If you don't do it like every day, you're on YouTube trying to remember how to do it. It's a pain in the butt.
Oh yeah, always not fun.
It's like what? I got the openings done. The openings are mostly by me, so I got all the openings done. But anyway,
I bet they're good, Dan.
I'm sure they're not. The openings are fine. All right, we're out of here today. That's going to wrap it up. We'll be back hopefully Wednesday. I'll be live for Buck Talk Radio on the Outdoor Call Radio app. If you need anything, let me know. Have a wonderful weekend. I'm glad you got to see Andrew for the last half hour of the show. We'll try and do that from now on so you can see both of us. If you need anything, let me know. Please download the Outdoor Call Radio app. It's free to download, free to listen, and you just might win something. We'll see you next time. Bye! All right, gang. Have a great weekend. I will see you soon. If you need something, let me know. Say goodbye, Andrew.
Goodbye.
Just crawled